Hey everyone. As you may or may not know, we recently released Cortex 2.0. There are videos on the channel showing all the things we've added in Cortex 2.0. But so far, most of them have focused on the continuation of what we're now calling Cortex for Cherwell, which is our Cherwell archive tool. Now, Cortex 2.0 really starts a new chapter for Cortex, and that's why we incremented the major version number instead of just making it Cortex 1.8. Um, we went to Cortex 2.0 because with this new version of Cortex, the the story of Cortex changes significantly. It continues to be an archive tool. You can certainly use it purely as an archive tool for Sharewell, for ServiceNow. We might add support for other ITSM systems or potentially other systems outside of ITSM in the future. But with Cortex 2.0, it really changes to be an integration tool. And that's always been the vision of Cortex. And that's why we called it Cortex in the very beginning, was because we envisioned it being this integration tool. Where you could connect it to a bunch of different systems, either historical systems like with Sharewell, or even systems you're currently using, like with ServiceNow, and connect them together, enable data to move from one system to another, to create automations, to empower your business, to automate your business, your IT department, your HR department, facilities, uh, sales. We see the potential in business is endless. I mean, realistically, there's an entire industry. Typically, it's described as integration platform as a service, iPaaS, but we really think it's larger than that. And integration platforms, not as a service, just as a tool that you use to run your business. Um, and that's really where we see Cortex. You connect all of these different systems together using an automation platform that uh, watches for data in one system and automates transformation of that data into another system, or receives data from one system, kicks off a process, automated, manual, some human intervention. And we started with that uh, in Cortex 2.0 with what we started calling Cortex mail monitoring. That may not be the final name, but that's what we're calling it right now because the way it works is it connects to your email, something that you're already using, and triggers automations based on it. So an email message comes in and something happens to a record in a system. Either you create a new record in your ITSM system, you create a new record in your CRM system, maybe you make an update to one of those records, or maybe you do something even more complicated uh, based on that. You run a full business workflow that you have implemented that has multiple different steps. Back in the day, this was called things like digital transformation, right? Identifying all of the workflows that occurred manually in your business, or maybe with some automation built into one of the systems that was involved, and tried to bring it all into a centralized system. Now, we feel like what we've built is better than some of those other tools that came before. Obviously, we're a little bit biased, but because it can be one centralized place, it is not tied to any one of those platforms. You're not taking your ITSM system and turning it into the centralized hub for automation, which of course means that if you outgrow that ITSM system or you're forced to switch off of that ITSM system, now you have to find a new home for those automations. Same thing if you built it into your CRM or another platform. Um, Even when it comes to some of the integration platform as a service platforms, you run into trouble there because it's not part of the same data. It doesn't know about the data. It's intended just to be the middleman, essentially, just a gateway from one system to another. so you fall into traps there. So obviously we're biased, and we'll get into more aspects of this in future videos. But I wanted to give some context to why we incremented the version number from 1.8, or sorry, 1.7. We skipped 1.8. There is no 1.8. We went straight from 1.7 to 2.0, and give you some idea of what the future of Cortex is going to be like. Now, if you want to talk more about this, we do have a weekly Cortex users group. You don't have to actually be using Cortex in order to come to the Cortex users group. You can just attend, learn more about Cortex, ask us questions about it, ask other people who are using Cortex about it, or just come and hang out with us and see what some of the new things that we have planned for Cortex are. We share sneak previews, sneak peeks behind the scenes of what we're building in Cortex, and that's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can find a link down in the video description to get an invite. If that time doesn't work, or you just don't want to have another meeting on your calendar, totally get that. Um, we have an asynchronous channel for that as well. You can join our Discord server. There's a link down in the description for that as well. We'd love to have you come ask questions on Discord. We also share videos of some of the things that we're working on, and talk about some of the new things that are coming in Cortex. Um, and right now, the focus is all about Cortex being an automation platform, Cortex being an integration platform, um, and some of the things that are coming up very, very soon in Cortex 2.1, Cortex 2.2. 2025 is going to be a huge year for Cortex. It, like I started this video with, it takes Cortex from just being an archive tool, which it will continue to be. And by virtue of being an integration tool, we will connect to any system that you are using, either database or API, and archive in any sorts of ways. So obviously connect to a database backup, that'll work totally fine. If you want to synchronize uh, your SaaS system to a local database, well, it'll do that as well. Uh, if you want to migrate from one system to another, we have that as well. That's a use case that people have asked us for specifically with regard to Sharewell. As they move from Sharewell to another instance, they want to archive and have access to a lot of their Sharewell data, but they also want to migrate some of it into their new system. So in Cortex 2.1, most likely, we'll have that as a visible feature. It's actually in Cortex 2.0, kind of hidden away. We're in beta testing with some early customers with that right now. If you want to be involved in that beta, let us know. We can certainly set that up for you. That'll probably be generally available in Cortex 2.1. In addition to that, we have a bunch of other things that we can do with Cortex by virtue of being able to do those other things. Things like data warehousing, things like data reporting, and dashboarding isn't in there yet, but it'll happen very, very soon because we're already doing realistically the hard parts of the data migration and the data synchronization, data transformation, data automation, all of that stuff. And it really kind of just it just happens that Cortex is an automation platform. By virtue of being all of these other things, Cortex becomes an automation platform. Cortex becomes an integration platform. Um, and with very little effort, it can become the central hub for your organization. Um, yeah, we're really excited about this. I hope you are as well. Um, this is going to be a game changer for ITSM. This is going to be a game changer for Cortex. I'm really excited about 2025, and I hope you are too. Come join the Cortex users group. Come join us in Discord. Ask us questions about this. We'd love to show you what it is we're working on and what it is that's available right now in Cortex 2.0. So Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.